Hello, Bay Broncos. This is Mrs. W. It is Friday, the 8th of October, and it's a weird day because there's no kids here. It's a conference day. Yesterday was a minimum day, so kids got out at 12 or 12:45, depending on the grade level. And then today there's no kids. I hope that families, you are getting a chance to talk with your child's teacher, ask questions, and just get more information about how your child's doing at school. We had an issue last week. I'm also going to send this out in our parent email. We have students who are arriving before 8:30 and standing in the loop by the gate. And one of the problems is there's no supervision before 8:30 at Bay. And so we had a number of students who were not being responsible. They were trying to pull the metal sign off. There's a lot of playing tag, going across the loop, the street part of the loop to the center, which is not safe. So I would urge you, please do not drop off your children before 8:30 in the morning. At 8:30, we have an adult out there at the gate, hand sanitizing and letting students in. Our goal really is to be safe. So I will also send that out in the newsletter, and please email me or call if you have any questions. If you do need to drop your child off early, breakfast opens at 8:25, so you can drop them off at the glass double doors, and they can have breakfast at 8:25 in the cafeteria where they are monitored, and then they'll be walked out to the playground for before school recess after they eat. So let me know if you have any questions. Next week, on Wednesday, we have Zoom lunch with Mrs. W from 12 to 1. I'll send out the link in the newsletter. And really, that's just a time for you to come and hear a little bit about what's going on at Bay and to ask your questions. And then on Wednesday at 6:30, we have the PTA meeting. Again, Zoom link will be in my newsletter. So I hope you're all doing well. And I have the last part of Islandborn by Juno Diaz as the read aloud. If you haven't heard the first two parts, go back to my videos from 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, because last week Mrs. Kramer did the read aloud, so that you can see. If you remember, Lola was going to talk to Mr. Murr about the island. She's trying to find out about the island she's from because she doesn't remember it. Mr. Murr looked up from the contraption he was fixing. "Your grandma says you've been interviewing people about the island." Lola nodded nervously. "Yes, sir, it's for a class assignment." "What have they told you?" She flipped through her sketches. Bat blankets, more music than air, fruit that makes you cry, beach poems, and a hurricane like a wolf. "I see," Mr. Murr said. "So no one told you about the monster?" Lola's eyes got wide. She shook her head no. Even those who know don't always want to talk about him. Mr. Murr turned toward the old worn map he had of the island. "Our island has always been a beautiful place. It was when I was your age, and it is today. But even the most beautiful places can attract a monster. A long time ago, long before you were born, that's exactly what happened. A monster fell upon our poor island." For once, Lola's pencil didn't move. It was the most dreadful monster anyone had ever seen. The whole island was terrified, and no one could defeat it. It was just too strong. For 30 years, the monster did as it pleased. It could destroy an entire town with a single word and make a whole family disappear just by looking at it. Lola's curly hair was uncurling with fear. "Did you see the monster, Mr. Murr?" "Yes, all the time." "Were you scared?" "We were all very scared." That is a scary looking monster, isn't it? Lola's heart was pounding. "So what happened next, Mr. Murr?" What should always happen to monsters? Heroes rose up, strong, smart young women just like you, Lola, and a few strong, smart young men too. They got tired of being afraid and fought the monster. What a titanic battle that was. The whole island shook from their struggle. The monster tried all of its evil tricks, but in the end, the heroes found the monster's weakness and banished it forever. "Wow," Lola whispered. "What happened to the heroes?" "No one knows, really. It was so long ago." Mr. Murr took off his glasses and sighed. "Anyway, you should get back upstairs. It's getting close to dinner time." "Thank you, Mr. Murr," Lola said. "Thank you for all your help." "How did it go?" Lola's mother asked. "It was really good." Lola looked at the blank page in her hands. My phone keeps ringing, but I'll call them back. Lola spent the rest of the night drawing the island. She started with one page, but she needed more room, so she added another page and then another, and soon she had a book. She worked through dinner and she worked in bed and was just finishing the last touches on the cover when her abuela came in to check on her. It's a lot of pages. Abuela picked up the drawing of the final battle and she got really still. "Abuela, Did you know about the monster? Of course, hija. Why do you think so many of us are here in the north? Lola put her arms around her abuela. You must have been so scared. Sometimes we were, her abuela whispered, but we were also brave. The next day it snowed. Lola put on her scarf and boots and stuffed her assignment under her coat. Bendición, mami, bendición, abuela. Bendición, hija, they both called. Good luck. Mr. Murr was pushing garbage cans out against the curb. Thank you, Mr. Murr, slayer of monsters. He laughed. Good luck, Lola, daughter of heroes. In class, all the students were buzzing about their pictures. Nelson's mother had baked cupcakes for everyone, so it was like a little party. Ms. Obie hung the drawings on the wall. Now our classroom has windows, she said. Anytime you want to look at one another's first homes, all you have to do is look out the windows. Then Ms. Obie reached Lola's desk. So how did it go, Lola? Were you able to remember anything? I tried really hard, but nothing came, and that made me feel bad. But then I realized I don't have to feel bad, because even if I never set foot on the island, it doesn't matter. The island is me. Nelson snorted. That is so corny. It is not. Be nice, Nelson, Ms. Obie said. She and the other students gathered around Lola's desk. Nelson made sure he got real close so he could see everything. Lola suddenly got nervous. Go ahead, Lola. Show us. Okay, Lola said, taking a deep breath, and she opened her book. And out burst the island. Look, she included everything she heard from everyone. And that's the end. So, do you think that Lola learned a lot about the island? I think she did. Broncos, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. And remember, today and every day, it's great to be a Bronco. Bye, Broncos.